All right, welcome to another episode of Marriage and Family Hub. Thank you for joining us today. Today promised to be so exciting and wonderful because of two reasons. We'll be looking at a very interesting, thought-provoking topic today, and also we have in the studio with us an amazing man of God. He's going to be showing deep light with us, great insights, practical experience, and a word from his words of wisdom and biblical view. All right, welcome. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. And in the studio, we have with us an amazing man of God. Can we meet you, sir?
Well, my name is Pastor Boyowais Magmele. I'm in Asabaye. So good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, man
Thank
of
you.
God. God bless you. Today we're going to be looking at something amazing, something thought provoking.
Okay.
The marriage online versus the marriage we live.
Okay.
Yet we live in a world of social media these days, and we see a lot of things online. You see, people there's a status quo to are trying to meet. There's a height to are trying to meet. The world is becoming very competitive. So people tend to put almost everything online, including marriages and all of that. But in reality, does the marriage we see online, does it match with the reality people live in the home?
Well, thank you for that question.
Yeah.
The truth is that if you look at our world today, it's actually divided into two phases.
Okay.
And we have the natural, as it were, space. Then we have the social media space. And both of them are competing against each other.
Wow.
They are not complementing each other. That's the truth.
They are not complementing
They are not
each other.
complementing each other. They are competing against each other. And the social media space, sadly, tends to be winning.
Wow.
So the marriage that we see in the social media space is quite different from the marriage in reality. In the social media space, we see marriages that are 100% perfect. No conflict, no quarreling, no disagreements. And even if they are disagreements, they are almost, the disagreements are almost quenched in split seconds. Meanwhile, in reality, we know this is not possible for two mature individuals, to stay together in the institute of marriage for 1 month, 2 months without conflicts. And let me be sincere, those conflicts sometimes run into days, and in some clients, it runs into weeks. So you see, that's why I said the social media space is quite different from what we have in reality.
Wow.
Now, we should also know this. Now, in the social media space, 90% of what we see in terms of marriages and family are not necessarily for educational purposes. They are for ego. They are to fight to belong to this world that is not real. It is only real in their minds. So 90% of what we find there, it's just for ego and to belong.
Wow.
Thereby eroding education. No proper modeling. No proper coaching. It will be wrong today to run your marriage based on what you find in social media.
Wow, that's amazing. Specifically, you are saying right now that the social media space is not a scorecard. Cannot be used as a scorecard.
If you want to benchmark your marriage in reality, based on what you find
see
on social media. In fact, before you even score your marriage has already crashed. That's the truth.
That's amazing.
Before you even make the attempt to score your marriage
Yeah.
on reality based on what you find on social media, you are already running on the negatives. So the social media is not a proper benchmark, is not a tool for scoring your marriage in reality.
Wow. So you are saying right now that the same people that are looking for followers online, if we decide to follow them to their home, they might not allow us.
No, they won't. What you find them doing online, they don't do it in their homes, real life.
So they need the followers online, not
They need
followers
the followers online. I know the online followership is not commercialized.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing we need to know. So the more followership they have online, the more, allow me use the word, commerce they engage in. And you know, commerce, as it were, is buying and selling. So these people are actually selling something. They're actually selling content to you. You are buying content. You are not buying education. You are not buying mentorship. You are not buying role model. That's the truth. So you can't even follow them to their houses because they don't want you to see what is happening at home.
Wow. That's amazing. If we are to go by percentage, by rate,
yes,
you know, the social media space is where it's created for expression.
Yes.
It's created for connectivity, to connect with people.
Yes.
For memory's sake. Also,
Yes.
there are some things you put online for memory
Yes.
and all of that. If you have to draw the line, if you have to go by percent, how will you group it?
Okay.
For those for memories, that the same group with for
Yes.
expressions and a whole lot,
Yes.
and those that pose for validation and
Yes.
trying to meet up with certain standards
Yes.
set by society.
Yes. All right. You know, I said before now that the social media space is now commercialized. So, for me, if I'm to rate it, 90% of what you see on social media is for validation. It's not for memory's sake. It's for validation. And for validation, I mean, they want to prove, they want to show that all can be well. They want to tell you, because, you know, don't forget, we're talking marriage. They want to tell you it is possible to have a marriage where there is zero conflict. They want to tell you there is a marriage where the woman tells the husband, honey, I need a brand new SUV. He's telling him 7 a.m. in the morning. And as the man is coming back 2 p.m. in the afternoon, he's coming with a brand new SUV. My brother, in reality, how many persons can actually go out and come back in with a brand new SUV for his wife or for his spouse? Considering the economic reality we are in today. So you see, the social media space, it's what they are portraying is not for, I've said it before, it's not for education. It's not for memory. You know, I was going through one of my social media handle and I saw a picture I took with some colleagues, 2013. Wow. It just came out and say, this day, 2013.
Memory, yes.
That's memory. How many of that do we get? How many of that do we get? But you see, for validation, it's the load is much. The load is much. The pressure is much. You put content in there that you don't really mean.
You don't really even have.
You know, it's not in existence.
It's not in you.
It's not even in existence. It's, you know, I hear people say, especially the young girls of today, they'll tell you, guy, everything are packaged, you know. Because we want to package, we now live 90% fake life.
Wow.
And that's what the social media is all about. 90% fake life.
Wow.
10% reality.
Wow.
That's my own take.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. What do you think are some of those character, some of those attributes, some of those things that can make a home healthy, a happy family outside of social media space?
Someone I respect so much told me so many years ago. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. He said, don't choose your life partner based on who fits you now. Choose your life partner based on who will still fit you in the next 10 years. In the next 15 years. Choose your life partner based on the next 15 years. We need to get that right. That's one. He also told me, marry your friend. You see, if conflict can be properly managed, it will be managed based on the platform of friendship.
Wow.
It's on the platform of friendship. In fact, when God made Eve and brought Eve to Adam, he told Adam, listen, this person I'm bringing to you is a companion. Is a help meet. In other words, is compatible to you. Even God brought Eve to be compatible to Adam. That's friendship. If you remove the word companionship, you will replace it with fellowship. And if you look down on fellowship, you will look at friendship. So companionship, fellowship, friendship.
They are one, intertwined.
And let me also say this. You know, people will tell you communication. You cannot communicate properly with someone that is not your friend. You can't. Because if your spouse is not your friend, you will be mindful of what you say. If I say this, am I not sure he or she will get angry? How many marriages today do we see where husband and wife sit down and tease themselves? Teasing is out of marriage today. Why? Friendship is out of marriage. But as a friend, you'll be able to tease your friend. You'll be able to joke with your friend. How many wives can tell their husband, see your head? The husband will take it as an insult. Yes. He will take it as an insult. Why? Friendship is missing in that institution.
Wow.
So friendship is key. It's key. Friendship is key.
Right.
Then another thing that is key is compromise. Compromise. Compromise is very important. It's very important. You know, most people will mention love and all that. I'm not going to mention love.
Those are the conventional.
Yes, I'm not going to mention love. I'm not going to mention love.
No,
you see, the truth is this: before you come into the institution of marriage, it was love that brought you together. First of all. Now, when you are not in the institution of marriage, still need love, as it were. Love already brought you together. After when love brings you together, what are the things that now keeps this thing that love has brought together? You are two different individuals. You grew up in two different societies.
And background.
Your backgrounds are different. Your educational exposure are different. Your chemical makeup, your emotional makeup are all different. It is compromise that will bring you and bring the other person to a point where we now agree. I tell people, you see, this word unity, people think unity means we are thinking as one. Unity simply means I let go of my own and I follow your own. And that's compromise. There are some times where the man needs to let go of his own and follow the woman's own. There are times where the woman needs to let go of her own and follow the man's own. This is compromise. This is compromise.
Wow.
It is key to success in every marriage.
Wow. Yeah.
Lastly, let me add this. Don't ever claim right. I'm saying this for free. I'm saying this based on wisdom. Don't ever claim. If
ever claim right.
If marriage is to succeed, it will not succeed when you claim your right. I am right. I am right. I am right. My spouse is wrong. Your marriage will crash land. Don't ever claim your right. Right is not more important than peace. So what I would say, let go of your right and pursue peace.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. You took us on another route entirely, because when you ask most people on what keeps a relationship, what keeps the home, what keeps a family, is love, but you came from a dimension of compromise, friendship, and a whole lot. That's amazing. I hope we're enjoying the show today. What is the effect? Because we live in a social media space. We cannot deny the reality of social media.
No, you can't even take it away.
You can't take it away.
The truth is that social media is here to stay.
Back then, in those days, you can hide things from children and they will never find it.
Yes.
But right now, with a phone on their hand, the things you don't even know, they know.
Yes.
So how do you see that protection as a father in the home has gone beyond physical protection?
Yes.
How do you play your role as a protector of your home against negative social media invasion?
All right. I was in a marriage seminar some months ago, and while we got talking, the anchor said, let's stop. We can't go beyond here because we have children in our midst. And I raised my hand and they gave me audience. And I said, please listen. What we are afraid to let them hear, society already told them. Social media already told them. Their peers out there already told them. And I said, it is better for knowledge to come from me to my kids than for social media to give them the knowledge. If it comes from me, it's going to be guided knowledge. But if it comes from social media, if it comes from the society, it's not going to be guided knowledge. It's going to be raw knowledge. And they were also amazed. And that's the truth. So being a protective father in this century that it is called the Gen Z generation is not about withholding tools of social media from them. No. If you succeed in withholding it from them at home, are you going to succeed in withholding them from them in school? 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., they are not with you.
Wow.
Do you know what they are doing? So, what do? We educate them and tell them the consequence of raw information. They need to know the consequence of raw information. If you choose this path, this is the consequence. If you choose this path, this is the consequence. One day I was taking my son to school and he saw a man picking things from the school. And he looked at me and said, Daddy, why is that man picking things from the school? I said, son, that is a consequence for not taking your education seriously. He said, Daddy, what do you mean? I said, if you go to school and you don't take it seriously, you may end up picking things on the road. He said, Daddy, I don't want to pick things on the road. I said, then take your education seriously.
Wow.
That's the truth.
Wow.
This is guided information.
Wow.
Social media won't give you guided information. So being protective is not about withholding. It's about letting them know consequence.
Let the knowledge come from you first.
Let it come from me first.
And let it form a foundation.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. What is that one word you would tell a newly wedded couple? Now, before we even go into that, still on this social media parade.
Yes.
A lot of people intending to get married.
Yes.
They already have an imagination on their heads. On my wedding day, the
Yes.
kind of picture that we post,
Yes.
the kind of video I will do.
Yes.
You know, it now looks like that is even the reason they want to marry. Now, after the marriage, 3 months, 6 months after the marriage, you see the whole reason for getting married is dying off.
Yes.
Because they married for imaginations and what they can put out there.
Yes.
Forgetting that status lasts only 24 hours. The status you want to impress people with lasts
Yes.
for just 24 hours
Yes.
and nothing else. What is your advice to those preparing to come into this marriage life?
I was telling a young man some few years ago. He was telling me that he said he needed 2 million naira to get married for his wedding. And I told him, you don't need 2 million naira. He was shocked and he was looking at me and said, what do you mean? I said, all you need is your suit, a wedding gown, and a ring. Marriage is not competition. Don't forget, if you marriage based on imagination, are you going to leave the marriage based on imagination? And we must differentiate these two, wedding and marriage. Wedding is one day. In fact, it's not even a 24 hours experience. It's less than a 25 hours experience. By 10 a.m., you are in church. The priest and all joins you. By 12 noon, you are done with church ceremony. Do you go for reception 12 a.m. or 12 noon or 1 p.m. till about 4? Wedding is done. By 5, 6, marriage starts. You don't live marriage by imagination. And that's where they're missing it.
Wow.
Marriage is reality. You are going to eat. Have you ever seen any social media icon on television or on their social media space? Have you ever seen them pound yam? No. You don't see them pound yam. You don't see them slice onion. You don't see them do those things.
They always come with the fritters.
The food is prepared in 1 minute. A goosey soup is prepared in 1 minute on social media. The beef is washed in 30 seconds. They don't show you how they went to the market. And you're not thinking that who will go to the market to go buy the beef? Is it going to fall from the ceiling? No. So you see, we need to know marriage is different from wedding.
Wow.
When you do all these things, you're going to face the reality. And if you the worst deception is self-deception. That's what my pastor told me. The worst deception is self-deception. He also told me, anything built on assumption will never last.
Amazing.
So you're assuming, when I marry, allow me mention a name now. Allow just for check. When I marry, my marriage is going to be like that of Omotola. You don't know the struggles Omotola has gone through to get to where she has got to. You don't know the struggles. You don't know the fights. One time, what's her name? This woman from the Nigerian woman from the World Bank, Okonjo Iweala, say as successful as she is, she still goes to the market and she still prepares her husband's meal. As successful as she is.
Wow.
How many young girls today will be as successful as Okonjo Iweala and still want to go to the kitchen and prepare their husband's meal? Moderator, you can answer for yourself.
So in a nutshell, newlywed, those preparing to get married, if they take off the social media pressure, it's going to reflect greatly on their budget.
Of course.
Because many of the things in the budget is just to impress.
It's to impress. Which is the wedding.
Wow.
Which is an 8 hours experience. The wedding.
Wow.
It's for impression. I know of newlyweds that after all the expression, after all the hailing, after all the hype, they went home, began to sob, and began to count debts upon debts. Debt upon debt. That needs to be cleared. And it put pressure on the marriage.
Wow. Is social media a blessing or a curse?
Social media is both a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
You know, there was this wise man that said some children wanted to, make a mess of this wise man and all. So they caught a butterfly in their hand. And they called the wise man. Wise man, there's a butterfly in my hand. Is the butterfly dead or the butterfly is alive? In their thinking, If the wise man say the butterfly is alive, they will press their fists and kill the butterfly and open and say, where's mine? Wise man, you didn't get it. Then the wise man said the butterfly is dead. They will just open their hand and the butterfly will fly away. And the wise man turned and looked at the children and said, children, dead or alive is in your hands. The same thing with social media. What you want to get from social media, define it. Once you define it, it becomes a blessing to you. But if you don't define it and allow social media like a ship without a sailor lead you, like I said before, moderator, conclude it yourself. A ship on a high sea, not without a sailor.
That's a shipwreck. Wow, that's a wonderful one. That's a wonderful one. Before we wrap up this section, what's that one word for our audience? You know, our viewers, what's that one word for them?
Don't marry to impress anybody. Cut your coat according to your size.
Wow, that was beautiful. Don't marry to impress anybody. Cut your coat according to your size and according to your material. All right. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
The pleasure is mine.
We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back. You are full of depth and we'll bring you back, sir.
Thank you.
All right. That's a wrap for today. If you are blessed, if you enjoyed the episode, please do well to share it to somebody else. Do well to share the link to somebody else and join us on our next episode. And remember, social media is not the problem. It's a great platform to share beautiful memories, to connect with people. A healthy family offline. Your marriage is not successful by the number of likes and comments you receive. The question you should take home today is this: the followers you are looking for online, if they say they want to follow you to your house, will you allow them come in that number? Will they see the same thing you are showing us online, offline? See you in our next episode. God bless you. I remain your host, Peter Echero.